Sarah, looking at that map you showed just a minute ago where the rain fell, gosh, there were some lucky folks.
Absolutely. Across the hill country, some folks got a little bit more than an inch and a half of rainfall right where they need it. I mean, but this was the picture from San Antonio last night. A lot of us saw lightning. I absolutely love this KSAT Connect picture from user Taylor McClellan. You can see how beautiful that lightning was off in the distance. I was able to get a little bit of rain in my home, but a lot of people unfortunately missed out. And right now the rain is confined to parts of Edwards County. You can see a thunderstorm working its way nearer to Rock Springs and even into parts of Real and Uvalde County right now. As for our rain chances in San Antonio, we still have hope. Between about 5 p.m. and 10 p.m., that's when we'll see about 40% coverage of scattered showers and storms. More on those storms and the potential risks that could come with them coming up in just a bit. Max.
Thank you, Sarah. President Biden about to do something that no sitting president has ever done. He's planning on joining the striking auto workers on the picket line.
And he's not going to be alone. Both President Biden and former President Donald Trump planning to speak before the UAW workers in Detroit this week. ABC's Melissa Don explains how over the weekend this strike got even bigger.
For the first time in living memory, a sitting president set to join the picket lines. President Biden will meet with striking United Auto Workers in Michigan on Tuesday.
The president, this administration, we are not at the bargaining table, but we are with workers.
Former President Donald Trump, the current Republican frontrunner, will also be in Detroit on Wednesday to give a speech to about 500 auto workers and supporters. But for the many on the picket lines, their visits coming as the union strike against General Motors, Ford, and Chrysler parent company Stellantis drags into a 10th day. The labor union expanding its strike on Friday against GM and Stellantis, but not Ford, with UAW President Shawn Fain saying Ford is coming closer to making a deal than the other two. Overnight, Ford saying in a statement negotiations with the UAW gained ground in some areas, but significant gaps remain. The strike now growing to 38 locations in 20 states.
It's going to not only affect the company and all of us workers that are going to be on $500 a week, but it's also going to affect the consumer. The customer is going to be waiting for car parts to get their cars fixed, and they're going to be sitting.
In a statement, Stellantis says it will continue to bargain in good faith and that they presented a competitive offer, but the union never responded. The union is demanding raises of 40% and better benefits, pointing to CEO pay raises and record profits that the three companies have earned in recent years.
It's not fair. It's really corporate greed. They making the money, they can pay us.
As these targeted strikes happen across the country, we could see these direct impacts to car shoppers, even auto repair shops and dealerships as they await those critical parts from suppliers. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Rockland County, New York.
Better news, though, coming out of Hollywood, where the writers' strike may be reaching an end. The Writers Guild reaching a tentative agreement with studios to end the historic strike that has paralyzed Hollywood and shut down production since May. The 3-year contract still needs to be legally finalized, then a vote by Writers Guild leadership expected as early as tomorrow. That contract will then be sent to union members for a ratification vote.
No, they would not have told us a tentative deal was reached and told us that picketing is suspended if it wasn't exemplary.
The WGA reportedly made progress on some of the most contentious issues, including viewership residual payments for writers and minimum staffing guarantees on shows. Once the deal is ratified, late night and daytime talk shows are going to return within days, but it'll still take weeks to write scripts for narrative shows and even longer for those shows to enter production.
Well, after a more than 3-year pause, interest rates on student loan debt starts to accrue again at the beginning of next month, and payments on those balances will resume October 1st. So experts recommend you need to do these 4 things to get back into the swing of paying your debts. So make a detailed list of the loans, re-examine your current budget, set up automatic payments so you don't miss anything, and look at any difference or even possibly forbearance options if you need.
Understandably, this is something that even though it's been a pause, it felt permanent because it was so long. But It is coming. We really have to be able to set aside any anger or disappointment that changes weren't made with respect to loan forgiveness, because this can affect your financial future.
So the expert says the last thing you want to do is miss payment, because that could actually hurt your credit score, and that negatively affects your ability to borrow money, buy a car or a home later down the road.
Back here at home, $5 million has been awarded to UT Health San Antonio to expand its efforts to help those with long COVID. UT Health operates 2 long COVID clinics here in San Antonio. Dr. Verduzca Gutierrez is hoping to educate more people about the symptoms that occur after a COVID infection, such as lingering fatigue, shortness of breath, and migraines.
Still don't have, a magic pill that's like, let's reverse everything.
Over the next 5 years, the money will also be used to teach physicians how to better detect it and treat long COVID. Still ahead, how John Stamos and the Beach Boys were able to form a friendship and partnership that has now lasted decades.
Well, it's a huge hiring fair taking place this week. We're going to tell you when, where, and how you can get involved.
But first, how much funding for cancer research and treatment is being pushed on lawmakers to approve before the new fiscal year begins?
Welcome back. Right now, there's a push at our nation's capital to raise the funding for cancer research and treatments.
KSAT producer Haley Powers, who's also our producer today, with what American Cancer Society is doing to get a piece of that funding.
All of us have been affected by cancer in one way or another.
Jamie Eastlass is just one of 700 volunteers with the American Cancer Society Cancer Action Network who went to Washington, D.C. to fight for more funding for cancer research and treatment. They say in Texas alone, they expect 139,000 people to learn they have cancer this year, and 44,000 will lose their life to it.
The leading cancer type in Texas is breast, followed by prostate, lung cancer, colorectal cancer, and then melanoma.
They are advocating for $51 billion for cancer research and treatment next year. Here's a breakdown of where they hope the money would go. Nearly $10 billion to the National Cancer Institute, $1.5 billion for advanced research, over $472 million to the CDC cancer and prevention programs, and the rest for early detection programs.
Advocating for screening, research, better treatment for Americans. That's part of the reason why I'm here in D.C.
The volunteers met with senators and representatives in Washington, D.C. last week to advocate for the funding. The new fiscal year begins October 1st. Which means Congress must approve the budget spending by the end of this week. Haley Powers, KSAT 12 News.
Are you suffering aches and pains today?
I am not.
Y'all are saying it's because it's the weather.
Love that you threw the y'all in there. Hard y'all to start the Monday. Fantastic.
Well, I mean, it could be. There's been a drop in pressure for some folks as they have dealt with some storms up in the hill country. Unfortunately, a drop in the aquifer. The aquifer is down 0.4 of a foot over the past 24 hours. And as you look at the pollen count, molds are high today from the little bit of rain that some folks have gotten. Fall elm, pigweed, and ragweed are low. If you're wondering where's my rain, well, we have another opportunity, a window for a few storms from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. And even if you don't get rain, and a lot of us won't, at least it won't be as hot in the week ahead. Warm, but closer to the September average. I'll have those details ahead.
Welcome back. So, I know some people watching probably got some rain. I did not. What are we thinking here? Did you get?
Well, I told you I'm having aches and pains, so I did.
Okay, that just could be the atmosphere, though.
Well, guys, really, it was the hill country that saw a lot of rain.
And we were right on the edge of the hill country.
Exactly.
And I got to tell you as well, the humidity this morning up there. Wow.
Wow, yeah, but hey, at least you got a little bit of rain because a lot of us did miss out on the rainfall in the overnight and morning hours here. We've still got some activity on the radar. It's really confined to Edwards County at the moment. So let's go ahead and zoom in. There could be some smaller hail with this storm system right over 277 right now in northern Edwards County. This is moving to the southeast, but it does look like it will miss Rock Springs proper, so keep that in mind if you're in Rock Springs right now. As for San Antonio, yeah, a lot of us missed out on the rainfall last night and this morning. That's the nature of the weather pattern we're in. It's definitely hit or miss showers or storms, but we're gonna have another window here between 5 p.m. and 10 p.m. What I want to show you is I want to show you where the beneficial rain fell. Just within the last, let's actually go back to the last 24 hours and take a look at where the beneficial rain has fallen. Mainly across parts of Kimball County, south of Junction, northwestern Gillespie County. That's where 3 to 4 inches of rain fell in northwestern Gillespie County. In Fredericksburg itself, the actual city of Fredericksburg and those to the east of Fredericksburg really only saw about an inch of rain. But Mountain Home, about 2 to 3 inches of radar estimated rainfall. A little bit closer to San Antonio metro area, you can see that San Antonio itself missed out widely on the rainfall with the exception of extreme northwestern Bexar County. So think Scenic Oaks area, Leon Springs area up toward Bernie, about an inch of radar estimated rain in some places there, and about an inch and a half southwest of Medina Lake. But again, San Antonio has largely missed out on the last couple of scattered rainfall events. Take a look at what this has done to temperatures though. 73 in Rock Springs and 77 in Kerrville, where there's been nothing but sunshine. In Del Rio, it's 96. Temperatures have bumped up around San Antonio. It's now 92 degrees, but you go just about 30 miles to the northwest nearer to Bernie, only 81 this afternoon, and it's in the 70s in the hill country. These clouds have kind of stabilized the atmosphere and pushed our timeline back a little bit as far as rain goes. So looking at this afternoon, 96 for the high. It's after 5 p.m. that I bumped up rain chances around San Antonio. The chance is still only 40%, so it's that hit or miss, have and have nots that get rainfall today, but we'll keep you posted. Otherwise, by about midnight, things should be calming down all across the board. And the reason for the rain is because of the stationary boundary right over south central Texas. Any storms that develop this evening will have the potential for gusty winds and perhaps some quarter-sized hail. So we'll be keeping an eye on things for you. Again, as that front stalls out, a few scattered showers and storms are possible. That's tonight, 40% chance, and then tomorrow rain chances stand at only 20% in the afternoon, but an isolated shower or storm is possible. The good news is highs in the week ahead going to be a little bit more palatable in the low 90s rather than in the triple digits. We'll keep you posted with that rain chance and window this afternoon and evening.
Thank you, Sarah. Coming up, 2 big shows at the Dome this weekend. What you need to know about Via's offer to get people to and from the concerts.
Plus, some musical legends in San Antonio tonight. We're going to hear from John Stamos and Mike Love about the tour and how you can go to the show. That's after the break. Welcome back. 2 legends coming together to go on tour across the country.
Courtney Friedman got a chance to speak with actor and musician John Stamos, but also Beach Boys frontman Mike Love.
So they hopped on a Zoom telling Courtney how excited they are to be here in San Antonio.
We just walked off stage and John was drumming and I was singing.
He was singing. He was great.
And so we had a great crowd.
Just minutes after John Stamos and Mike Love finished a Beach Boys show in Lubbock, they jumped on the phone with me.
How has it been? How has it been playing together?
I love it.
It's fun.
It's fun. I have to tell you, this man, I hate to say his age, 82 years old. He buries the rest of us on that stage. He gets
back and forth, jokes and compliments between old friends, talking about all their recent shows.
These other acts all came around. They wanted to meet Mike Love. They gave really nice respect, and the crowd went crazy. So
yeah, but they want to do selfies with John Stamos.
I don't blame any of them.
But it's been a long partnership. John Stamos played his first show with the Beach Boys back in the 80s.
Well, he was Blackie on General Hospital when we first met him, and the girls were all crazy for him. So we got him on stage with us.
Turned out he had the chops. Stamos started playing drums at 4 years old.
I was and I still am the biggest Beach Boy fan on the planet, and I'm so grateful every moment I get to play with him.
What are each of your favorite songs to play together?
Well, my favorite is Kokomo, Good Vibrations, I Get Around, Fun, 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 Surfing USA, California Girls, Help Me, Rhonda Barbara.
All the songs he wrote.
Just a few.
Songs that stand the test of time because we can still feel them.
Optimism, happiness, fun, 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 good vibrations.
Which is what we're going to deliver to the Majestic.
Oh, I love that theater.
Yeah, it's a beautiful theater.
I played there a couple
we
times
love
with you
playing
guys.
there.
What do you remember most about San Antonio?
There's the greatest Mexican restaurants in the world there.
Doesn't matter how long they've been in the spotlight, the excitement of travel, music, and new memories clearly has not faded.
Yeah, if you would have told me that I was going to be on stage in San Antonio, Texas, with Mike Love and the Beach Boys, I would never believe it.
And he mentions me by name.
And that's what it's about, the love of music and good friends to play it with.
Very cool. Now, their show is at the Majestic Theater downtown at 7:30. If you want to see the full interview, find this story on KSAT.com and scroll to the bottom. I met Mike Love a few years ago. Super nice guy. Yeah, still rocking. All right, San Antonio, though, is seeing more big concerts this week, and downtown is going to be very, very busy. Pop star Pink, rock legends Guns N' Roses, they are going to be playing at the Alamo Dome for back-to-back concerts. Pink is playing tonight. Guns N' Roses is going to be here tomorrow, and that means parking and traveling in and around downtown might be a little bit crazy. So Via is offering ride services to and from the game from their Crossroads location. The cost of the service is $1.30 each way. Services for Pink will begin at 4:30. They're going to run 1 hour after the concert ends. And services for Guns N' Roses begins at 4 p.m. A reminder, though, the Alamo Dome's clear bag policy is in effect for both shows. If you'd like some more information on concerts, you can head over to KSAT.com. Meantime,
here we go.
Can you check this out?
We have, I'm going to mess up this camera angle. All right, we have cupcakes from the city. They're excited that Pink's going to be here tonight. So check it out. Concert kicks off 6:30 tonight. Mine has a little disco ball going on.
I know.
Very fancy.
And we had a lot more cupcakes.
Mm-hmm.
And
it turns out people are hungry on Monday morning.
You cannot leave food in our newsroom. I mean, one day
there wasn't even a public announcement about it either.
We had to grab these before.
These were the last two.
Last two.
All you. All right. Now that it's finally fall, we can start enjoying. It's fall, y'all. We can start enjoying all the great comfort food.
I love it. I've got you saying y'all, and Fiona is live with her fall, y'all.
Yes, it is officially fall, and it's time for some hearty meals at the dinner table. And Deanna Fisher, Chief Experience Officer with Fisher & Weiser, is here with ways to save you time and money.
Absolutely. Hi, y'all. Happy to be here. And we have some great new products at the H-E-B Cooking Connection. We're going to show you how to make a yummy chicken parmesan, some bruschetta, and even a little dessert. And we may have a little wine while we're at it.
You know, because why not?
Yeah.
So we want to know, what's your favorite fall comfort food? Scan that QR code and let us know, and you may see your answers in the show. And our Jen Tobias Strusky is out live with some fall DIY crafts. Hey there, Jen.
That's right. Take a look at these gorgeous pumpkins, and we are going to make that. So we're mixing up what we need to get it all done, and we'll show you a few other projects that you can do here at Pinspiration.
And since it is the most wonderful time of the year, we found some fun events and spots for your autumn adventures, and you're going to see how long you have to enjoy them. So we'll have that list, so don't miss that. And hello, gorgeous.
Hey.
Yes. All right, Elsa Fernandez with Eye Candy Boutique is here for ways of adding a touch of fall to your makeup routine. And I just learned something about mascara cocktails.
A lot of people think it's actually the formula that changes the mascara, but it's the brushes. We're going to learn all about mascara cocktailing when we come back.
All right. All that and more when SA Live continues in just a few minutes.